Good morning, my dear students. Today we shall see the first lesson in Unit 1. The title of the short story is In a Groove, written by Ryunosuke Akutagawa. I am Dr. Joy Christina, Research Supervisor and Associate Professor of Sacred Art College, Tirupattur, India. Now, we shall dive into the biography of Ryunosuke Akutagawa. Ryunosuke Akutagawa proved to be one of Japanese most important intellectuals over a short career during the Taisho period. This period is from 1912 to 1926. Akutagawa is regarded as the father of Japanese short story, and the Akutagawa Prize, Japanese Premier Literary Award, is named after him. At 35, he committed suicide through an overdose of barbital. Akutagawa's first name, Ryunosuke, son of dragon, was a tribute to the fact that he was born in the year of the dragon, in the month of the dragon, on the day of the dragon, and at the hour of the dragon. Ryunosuke was an introverted child, spending most of his time reading classical Chinese literature and works by influential Japanese authors Mori Ogoi and Natsume Soseki. His second published story, The Nose, earned a letter of praise from Soseki, his early childhood idol. Now, after studying English literature at Tokyo Imperial University, Akutagawa continued to write works based on classical and historical texts as well as haikus under the pen name Gaki. After serving with the Naval Engineering School as an English instructor, he spent 4 months in China to report for Osaka Mainichi Shimbun, a daily newspaper. His physical and mental health soared as a result of this trip, and he never made a full recovery before the end of his life. He had been worried about inheriting his mother's mental illness throughout his life, and although his adopted mother, Fuki, played a more significant role in his life, he had always identified strongly with his biological mother. The theme of impending madness runs throughout his published works. When he began suffering from visual hallucinations and nervousness, his fear was cemented. After a failed attempt at suicide with a friend of his wife's, he ultimately ended his life. His suicide note mentioned a vague insecurity about the future. Although his works have suffered no small amount of unscholarly mistranslation and exoticism over the years, particularly in the year 1950s, newer and better translations are becoming more widely distributed. Since his first publications, he has never gone out of print, and indeed his popularity continues to grow. Now we shall see about the story about In a Groove. So the title of the story is In a Groove, or it is also called as In a Bamboo Groove. So this short story was published in the Japanese literary publication Shincho in January 1922. Ryunosuke Akutagawa's short story In a Groove or In a Bamboo Groove is about a young samurai killed in mysterious circumstances. Pieced together from contradictory testimonies and confessions, the story ultimately delivers no conclusion about who is responsible for crime, thereby rejecting the possibility of objective truth. Now, we shall see all the characters in the story one by one. The first character is the woodcutter. The first character to give testimony to the magistrate, the unnamed woodcutter, is the person who found Tekiro's body in the bamboo grove. The woodcutter details how the dead body looked. Kanazawa no Tekiro. So instead of pronouncing the full name, we'll be calling throughout the story as I'm narrating. We'll have his name as Tekiro. Tekiro is a 26-year-old samurai whose body is found in the bamboo grove after he dies of a chest wound. He wears a pale blue robe and is described by Masugo's mother as a kind man without enemies. Though the woodcutter says Tekiro wears a Kyoto style hat, Masugo's mother says Tekiro is in fact in the service of Wakasa province. The next character is the magistrate. Translated in some versions as the police commissioner, the magistrate is a figure of police and judicial authority in Kyoto. He is never directly quoted or described in the story, but his questioning is inferred through the answers that characters deliver in their testimony. Now we shall see Masugo. Masugo is Tekiro's 19-year-old bride. She is described by many characters as beautiful and by a mother as having a man's boldness. After Masugo is raped by Tachimaro, she flees the grove and confesses a version of events at the temple. The next character is traveling priest. The second character to give testimony. The traveling priest confirms that he saw Tekiro and Masugo before they entered the grove. The day before, he also gives specific details about their appearances and laments Tekiro's death. We have the policeman. The third character to give testimony, the policeman, translated in some versions as a bounty hunter working for the police, captures Tejmaru and tells the magistrate of the bandit's infamy as a rapist. He recommends that magistrate question Tejmaru. Tejmaru, a notorious bandit and rapist who roams the area around Kyoto, Tejmaru admits to raping Masugo and killing Tekiro. Tejmaru delivers his confession without remorse and suggests that the magistrate's sins are no different from his. Old woman, Masugo's mother. The fourth character to give testimony to the magistrate. Masugo's mother details Masugo and Tekiro's personalities and grieves over her son-in-law's death. Before breaking down in grief, she urges the magistrate to find Masugo. Now, we have another character. It is not physically present, but this character is called spiritual medium, the spirit of Tekiro. Tekiro's spirit gives his account of events through a nameless, undescribed medium. So, my dear students, we have seen so many characters in this story. 4 characters, each one by one, they come forward and they share their testimony. And also they confess that how the mysterious death of Tekiro took place. The important aspect of the story is Tekiro's spirit, because all the 4 people who gave the testimonies were very contradictory. In this controversial situation, Tekiro's spirit himself appears there and gives a very detailed account of how the mysterious death of Tekiro took place. We'll meet in the next class with the detailed narration of the story. Till then, stay tuned. Thank you.